I just came back from motor vehicle, and let me tell you, man. I went to apply for the real ID. In other words, if your driver's license, I believe this is all over the country, if your driver's license doesn't have a star, I believe it's in the right hand corner, then you don't have real ID, and you're subjected to some form of stoppage at the airports and certain federal buildings. You can't enter in. This is my lunchtime rant. I won't be very long. Just have something I want to get off my chest. Got something on my mind, something on a brother's mind. You understand? So they ask you for your birth certificate, passport, anything pertaining to proving you're a citizen in this country. These devils are not playing, man. They're going to make it very difficult, and I mean very difficult, for someone who's a non-citizen to get under the radar. This is what they're doing. You heard a couple of weeks with the CDLs, commercial driver's license. They put a stop on that as far as the migrants. See if I can pull that up real quick. They put a stop on that because they don't want any type of voter fraud to slip under the radar for these midterms coming up. That's one. And whoever is running for the next seat as far as being the president of the United States. They don't want no hanky-panky going on. And this is what Trump is pushing as far as his Make America Great Again. I think that's how it goes. Deal, whatever it's called, that he wants everyone to show some type of proof of ID when voting, as well as mail-in voting. I think he wants to do away with that unless you are in the military or you're a certain age, because there has been fraud found. Whether you want to believe that or not, or you got TDS, there has been certain levels of fraud found. And, like I said it before, and I'll continue to say it, there's a civil war in this country. It's not physical yet, but it's going in that direction. Then you have the war in Iran, the Gaza Strip issue. You got the situation with Russia and China coming against America. And then you have certain people losing power in certain states and the ability to use water. Definitely treading on some shaky damn ground. There's no doubt about that. But like right here with the CDLs, because I've been going back and forth there for the last 3 goddamn days, man. I've been in there for hours. I just got something to eat real quick, came home just so I can go to work on time. But this is just absolutely crazy. I lost it. Let me see something. It says the federal government enacted strict restrictions on non-domicile, meaning I guess that means domestic commercial driver's license, CDLs, ending the use of basic work permits, EAD, for eligibility, barring asylum seekers, refugees, and DACA recipients. So he's put up guardrails against anybody trying to slip under the radars as far as finding work. And it's going to go into the healthcare at some point too. You understand? So you don't even see certain illegals running around free in the country like you used to at one time. You know, they're not eligible for certain American privileges. They're not. They're gonna freeze that. You know, and that's why the Most High has it that the devil shall come down on them with great wrath, knowing he has but a short time to live. And he's really focusing on these Haitians, man. He's really focusing on these Haitians. So the Haitians, they're going to be in hiding as well, man, as well as the Hispanics, because the devil, he's not playing around. It says in partnering the Department of Transportation with the Department of Homeland Security to crack down on CDL school fraud. See that? There's a lot of fraud going on, not just here, but with food stamps, Section 8, there's a lot of fraud going on there. So not only is the devil, he's a thief, but you got thieves and people who have become very comfortable in this country, meaning America, as far as certain programs that are temporary. And then you got black folks. Check this out. And I can't bang on them but so much because the white man, he's been stealing for decades, man. He's been stealing for decades. But you are not the white man. You are not the white man. You are not the white woman. You are Israelites who have been brought here through the Spirit of the Most High to be slaves. To be slaves. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because you are not spiritually inclined like the believers, the ones who actually know the Holy Bible. And that's unfortunate, but that's the reality that you will face at some point in the future. You will face it at some point in the future. You have no choice. You have no choice. Check it out.
Now putting ankle bracelets on immigrants who have lived and worked in this country legally for years. People who have what is called temporary protective status. We're talking about Haitians and Syrians, many of whom say being sent back home is tantamount to a death sentence. Anxiety levels are rising. Critics say their clients are being treated like criminals, and many now live in fear. Scripps News Legal Affairs Court.
The key thing, or the key word, is temporary protective status. Temporary. Just like Section 8 for the so-called American Negro, Section 8 and food stamps, those things are temporary. But the black man and the black woman, they get comfortable in a system that is not theirs. They get comfortable in a country that has been stolen and God is judging. You understand? Temporary means temporary. Now, it's unfortunate that you have to be ripped away from something you have been accustomed to, or that you have raised your children on, or you have eaten off of. That could be very difficult to be torn away from a program that you believe is yours forever. But that's not the way the world really works. The world does not work that way. And on another level, if you know who you are spiritually, you know that nothing is guaranteed under the hands of the devil. You should know this already, but you don't. And our Lord, Yahweh, our Lord, the God and power of Jacob, as well as Abraham and Isaac, he's going to make you learn. He's going to make you learn. This man, he's not playing. He's not playing.
Correspondent Abajor Burnett joins us live in Washington. And Abajor, what have you learned about this new development where Haitian TPS holders are being tracked now by federal officials?
Hey there, Del. Well, I have learned that in recent days, former Haitian TPS holders started to receive letters from DHS requesting that they show up for appointments. And once they showed up for those appointments, they were being outfitted with ankle monitors.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? They go to the office and these devils is there with ankle bracelets. I don't think it's thousands and thousands of ankle bracelets. I don't think they can even afford to even set up a program like that. But just the fact that you are met with ankle bracelets like a thief or a robber or a slave, that's what I call it, a slave. Could you imagine the fear on people who have to go through that? Could you imagine? This is a next level. And guess what? All these people on Section 8 that don't know the Most High or don't respect the Most High and his commandments, the same is coming back to you. Remember a little while ago when they couldn't use their EBT cards? Remember that? Remember the fear and the crying you saw all over social media? It's coming back. It might not be tomorrow, it might not be next month, but it's going to come back. These devils are under the Make America Great Again or Make America White Again policies, hard body, headstrong, full steam ahead. These devils are not playing. Plus, you got to look into the other things that are happening around the world, the wars and the earthquakes. We just heard about another earthquake the other day, floods, fires. The whole earth is crazy right now. The whole earth is crazy, but everyone is taking it lightly. See, this is a good lesson. You know why this is a good lesson? Because the same way the Section 8 brothers and sisters who are comfortable in this country, getting free food, getting free housing, getting the benefits that the taxpayers are kicking out. They get comfortable the same way the Haitians and illegals have been comfortable for so long, and now they got fire under their feet. This is a good thing to show you to prepare for the worst, to prepare for God's judgment, to prepare. They don't prepare because people get comfortable. And we have been saying for decades, they are going to cut these things off and that this is the realm of the devil. But do people listen? Do black folks listen? Nope. Do Hispanics listen? Nope. They just look at us like we're crazy, but you're looking crazy with ankle bracelets and crying to the man, crying to the president, crying against the Republicans, crying about the failure of the Democrats. You're looking like the fools that had expected to live comfortably for years and years and raise your grandchildren in hell and have happily marriages and eat lovely in hell. You expected that thing to last forever, and it's not. Unfortunately, it's not lasting at all. It's falling apart. I personally believe that they'll give some pushback on the bracelets and they'll take the bracelets off, but then they're going to circle back around again and again until one day there will be nothing you can do to stop it. Nothing.
We're going to start to show you some of those images. Many of these folks in Ohio, they went for their first check-in with DHS over the weekend on a Sunday. Some of the attorneys told me that it was very unusual to receive a letter asking people to show up on a Sunday. But once they entered the door, they weren't kept in custody there. Instead, they were given ankle monitors by DHS and then sent back home. Officials there within Ohio, specifically immigration attorneys, told me that it's not unusual for people.
I guarantee you this is not being done to Chinese migrants. I guarantee you this is not being done to East Indian migrants. I guarantee you this is not being done to white or Ishmael, meaning Arab migrants. I guarantee you that this is not being done to anybody but these Haitians. I guarantee you. They're not even doing this to the goddamn Hispanic migrants. They're not even doing it to them. I personally believe this is a test run. This is a test run to see how far they can go and how many of these braces they can slap on, not just on Haitians, but Hispanics, and then from there to the bottom tier. That's what I personally believe. But this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But then, see, it's to you unbelievers who don't believe in the Bible, it's crazy to you, but to us, it's just the work of the devil. This is just the work of the devil. In our book, it says in Revelations 12, verse 12, rejoice ye heavens, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell there in them. So those who are in a heaven-like position, and you don't have to worry about being chased, and you don't have to worry about making ends meet, and you don't have to worry about the COVID, and you don't have to worry about the shots, and you don't have to worry about the government. That's to be in a heavenly position where the devil can't touch you. But now what about the average Haitian or West Indian or black man? It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, meaning people who are in a lower state of life, a lower position of life, a lower tax bracket of life, to the poor and to the suffering and to the ignorant and those who don't know God or those who are under God's curses. It says, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath. See that? Great wrath. Now we know it's not spiritual Satan. We know it's not talking about no spiritual man, or it's talking about people who are controlled by the devil mainly, people who are the physical arm of the devil today. They're implementing these laws. They're putting hell on the people in Iran. They're putting hell on the people in Iraq. They're putting hell on the people in Venezuela. And they can do that because the Most High gave them the power. The Most High gave them the power to do these things. Then it says, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. See, the time is short. Christ will come back. Judgment will prevail. The scriptures will fulfill itself. You understand? And us who are cursed, that's not going anywhere. The curses are real. And the Haitians, West Indians, Black Americans, they all take on customs that do not pertain to their forefathers. So God is going to let these things happen till you see his face. Till you see his face. I'm talking about the unbelievers. In Jeremiah 2:11, it says, has a nation changed their gods? You so-called Negroes and Haitians, you have changed your gods. You so-called Hispanics of Indian descent, not Spaniard descent, Indian descent, all of you have changed the true and living God to the white man's God or an African God or a pagan God. So the Lord said, has a nation, meaning the nation of Israel, changed their gods, which are yet no gods, because Allah is not a God. Christianity and white Jesus, that is not a God. The African pagan rituals and the gods that the Africans follow, whether they're Kemet or Ethiopian gods, or you want to read the Ethiopian Bible, that's the new thing on the plate on the stove now cooking. These are not gods. And whenever you associate with these things, the Most High gets mad. Then it says, but my people have changed their glory. What's the people's glory of Israel? What's the nation of Israel's glory? The Most High. The true and living God that gave you the laws, statutes, and commandments, the high holy days that protected you at one time. Now the Lord has turned his back on you because you are not being righteous in the Most High. So what's happening now? He has turned his back on you. Here's a proof right here. Here's the curses. In Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, from the 15th verse on down, the Most High lists all the curses. In Deuteronomy 28, verse 48, it says, therefore thou shalt serve thy enemies, which the Lord thy God shall send against thee. In slavery, the main enemy was that white man. In slavery, the main enemy was that white Spaniard. In slavery, the main enemy was that white man overall. And the Lord said he was going to send the enemy against us because we chose not to follow the true and living God. It's not that hard. It's not that hard to see. Then the Lord said, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. You understand? 49th verse, the Lord shall bring a nation against thee, against thee from far, and from the end of the earth as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, a nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. He's going to destroy old and young of your people, our people. I wonder who that nation is. I wonder who those people could possibly be. I think you know. I think you know. I think you know. The same ones who are putting these ankle bracelets on you today. Check it out.
To have ankle monitors, but what's unusual about these circumstances is that ankle monitors are usually reserved for people who are seen as a flight risk or if they have previous criminal history. As you may recall, back in June, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the Trump administration is allowed to cancel temporary protected status specifically for Haitians and Syrians, but that is a decision that ultimately affected people from other countries. And what some immigration attorneys in Ohio are now telling me is that the people who now have these ankle monitors on them, they're really concerned that this is yet another way for the government to track them, but they're also concerned about the optics. They believe this is a way for the Trump administration to try to instill fear in these Haitians.
It's going to work. It's going to work. Because if you don't have the Most High under your belt, how are you not going to fare? If you don't have the commandments under your belt and the Lord prefers you to follow the commandments and follow the gospel, how are you not going to fare? If you go to the white Jesus in Christianity and the Roman Catholic Church, there's no protection in those things. Those are things that came from the white man, the same way Islam came from the Arab man. You're taking things under your belt that the Lord hates and that the Lord is mad at, man. Again, has a nation changed their gods, which are yet no gods? But my people have changed their glory for that which does not profit. See, those things do not profit. There's no profit in the gods that the Haitians and the so-called Black Americans follow today. There's no profit in that. 12th verse says, be astonished, O ye heavens, at this, and horribly afraid. Be very desolate, saith the Lord. For my people have committed two evils. They have forsaken me, the fountain of living waters. Who's that? The true and living God, Yahweh, the God of the Israelites. And the living water is the Holy Spirit. Then it says, and hewn them out cisterns, broken cisterns that hold no water. So we have taken other gods. The Lord is comparing the other gods to cisterns, meaning containers, which are broken and that hold no water. They hold no spirituality. They hold no power. The Lord is telling you straight up what we have done. Straight up what we have done. You understand what I'm saying? So they're going to be in fear. There's no doubt about it. They're going to be in absolute fear.
A new reality for about 350,000 Haitians living in the U.S. no longer protected by TPS. Those who live in Springfield, Ohio tonight called to check in to be monitored. That's the city where those false and racist claims spread that Haitian immigrants were stealing and eating pets. Here's Sanella Savovic.
No neighbor of ours is illegal.
Tonight, hundreds of Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio are being summoned to DHS for in-person check-ins and to be fitted for ankle monitors if they don't choose to self-deport. It's one of the department's first moves since the Supreme Court.
You telling me that don't look crazy? You telling me this is not a next level in America? This don't look crazy? And this is not a next level? It's not going to last long. They're going to stop it, but they're going to try to figure out some other way to bring it back around or to get Haitians out of this country. It's not going. Remember I said it. They're going to figure this is the next level. And it's dividing the country. But at the same time, it's enlightening. It's enlightening and educational, spiritually educational, as far as the Most High is concerned, to see, because it puts a new spin on who's the devil and how far he can go.
Ruled in June to end TPS for nearly 350,000 Haitian migrants. The Department of Homeland Security taking to X today to remind Americans that TPS is meant to be just that, temporary. Those with terminated TPS have two options: leave or be removed. Demonstrators gathered outside the DHS facility in Springfield over the weekend in protest.
ICE, we see you, and we are not okay with what you're doing.
A community in New Jersey with a large Haitian population say people in Essex County are living in fear of deportation.
This is crazy. And you know what? And I know this is going to piss a lot of you off, but I deal with, I go down this, see this supermarket, I pass this every goddamn day. I'm going to go past there today. And there's a lot of Haitians I see right here in this area. And some of them are disrespectful and rude. Not all of them, but a lot of them are disrespectful and rude. And we are going to have to unify under the spirit of Christ, not democracy, not a Haitian flag and a Jamaican flag and a Trinidadian flag, but under the spiritual banner of the Most High and his son Yahweh Shai, who they call Christ. Because this has got to stop. This disrespect and acting like you're better than someone or you, because in your country they told you that to stay away from Black Americans or West Indians and then West Indians don't like Haitians. This has got to stop, because the white man, he gonna bag a lot of you up. And you're not gonna get the support from Black people that you could get. But this is a new reality, man, a whole new reality.
Many of our businesses are owned and operated by Haitian Americans, and so you know, it's going to have a tremendous impact overall in the state.
They still want 350,000 people to go back into the fire. It's like your house is on fire. You think people will say, "Oh, come, I'm going to help you." You say, "No, go back to the fire."
90% of Haiti is run by violent gangs. Millions of people there have been displaced.
And you know, they don't want to acknowledge that this is a goddamn curse. Who the hell want to go back to this? I said that Haiti is a shithole, excuse my language, and I'm going to stand by that. And people got mad. A few people got mad about it, but this is a shithole. Who the hell want to go there? You would run a vacation there? If you had a choice to vacation in the Bahamas or Haiti, I don't know, you would pick Haiti? Well, because there's beautiful land in Haiti, there's beautiful beaches, and the white man is stealing from me all the time. Would you want to vacation here or in the ghettos anywhere in this world? Black people, when the devil runs through their minds, there is no mercy from them. They will take, especially if they're hungry. They will take, especially if they need water or money. They will take and push and push. I don't care if you're Haitian, Jamaican, West Indian, or American. I don't care if you're anything like that. There is a curse on us, and brother will be against brother. That's what the scriptures say. So me, personally, I'm going to follow the scriptures. I'm not going to follow your emotions and your feelings and how you feel or what you think. I personally will choose to follow the scriptures any day. Any day, I will choose to follow the scriptures. And there's a curse on us, and it's not going nowhere, man. You can't go and live in that environment like that. The white man, number one, he poisoned it, and then the people are at odds with each other. The people are at odds with each other. You can't go there and just be, just good. You're not going to be good. You're going to give them some flyers and burn some frankincense and myrrh, and everybody going to love each other? It's not going to happen. There's a curse on us, man. There's a curse on us. The Most High tells you in Deuteronomy 28, verse 54, it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. And that's what's happening in Haiti. Haiti is done. Unless the Most High flips it. But Haiti is done. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. That's what the Most High says. So we're going to see how this thing plays out, but this is getting really crazy. You know, I can't help but to feel that this is a test run to see what this devil can do or how far he can push this Make America Great spirit. And everybody's stealing. The white man, he's definitely stealing, but you got Negroes and Ethiopians, they stealing too, man. The only ones that ain't stealing is you, brothers and sisters. Maybe we should steal. You think we should steal? Maybe we should steal some. Maybe we should start stealing a little bit. We need money too, man. Maybe that's what it's coming down to. Now I'm just messing around. The Lord said, thou should not steal. And we shouldn't steal. We should have faith in the Most High and live courageously. And live courageously in the Most High, no matter what happens. No matter what happens. Because that's a very serious thing, those ankle bracelets. That's a very serious thing. But, hey, man, that's all I got for you right now. I'll see you brothers perhaps tonight or tomorrow, and we could discuss a few things further. But that's just something on my mind,